Welcome to QSR Nation, your weekly dose of food service marketing tips and business strategies for success. Here's your hosts, Josh Anderson, Beth Oots, and Anthony Pierce from the PFS Brands National Headquarters.
Hey everybody, welcome back to QSR Nation. As always, we have Josh, Beth, and Tony here to talk about food service marketing and business strategy tips for your location. Today we're going to talk about the big bad billboards. These are obviously huge and eye-catching, and I know, Tony, you've talked about how you've used these for to great extent to increase some stores' bottom line.
Absolutely. I mean, there's some stores, especially if they have great highway access, that having that billboard is really important to their business traffic flow. Especially if they're kind of in more of an outlying area to where there aren't as many food stops along the way. That travel traffic is extremely important to their everyday business. So having that billboard out there to be eye-catching, appealing, but also having a very short, consistent message is really key. There's a lot of billboards that you see around as you travel throughout the highways and country. They're just kind of overcrowded. And when you look at and think about the time that people have to actually see it, read it, you've got to keep a very clean, short message, usually 7 to 9 words maximum.
And I definitely know that the idea of billboards is very scary. It's a very intimidating procedure just because they are a very large investment. But the thing is that even though they are a large investment, they can bring significant raises to your bottom line. Whenever there is the proper placement of where you are going to be putting that billboard, believe me, you will see the traffic come in. You can even do different sorts of measuring if you want to say, say you saw this on Highway 70 billboard. Now we can get a little bit of a tracking mechanism to go along with the billboard and kind of justify that those payment installments that you're going to be doing on the billboard.
Another thing too is, as you're looking at what, boards are available, you're going to be considering things like, are they digital? Are they, your standard traditional board? Are they lighted or not? Because if you're going to be open 24 hours or late in the evening, having a lit billboard could be very important to that continued business. If you're not going to be open till late in the evening and you're shutting up shop around 5 or 6, for instance, maybe the standardized billboard is the way to go. You'll pay less for it, so your investment's lower. But of course, you won't reap the rewards if you are open later because folks just won't be able to see it as much.
I know one of the things that are scary about billboards is just designing them and getting the correct dimensions and all that stuff. How can we help those people with that?
We can certainly do that for you. We have an entire in-house design team, so we can get into works with your billboard company and make sure we have all the dimensions and specs that were needed for the design work. And then just tell us what you would like to put on there. We can do some brainstorming, some strategizing as to what would be the best for your area. Then we can get that design created for you and sent over, and you'll be up and running before you know it.
Another great part, with the design team building the billboard for you, your billboard company will actually wind up printing and installing it. But having an actual design team do it, there's people who have worked with billboards, people who understand billboard design. Since we don't have really a dog in the fight, so to speak, of trying to help close the sale on the billboard, I think that you get a little bit more truer opportunity to have a best representation of the brand. So we'll have a food image, your logo up, and again keeping the words short so that folks know what you've got, where you are, because those are the two important things to really get it conveyed to that consumer as those eyeballs are passing by.
Yeah, as long as you keep the message short, like we've all said, the location of them obviously, and really draw the people in, can really increase your bottom line. Anything else to add?
Don't be afraid to put your hours of operation on there because people want to know whenever they can stop by for breakfast, if they want to leave for dinner. Just make sure they can get there before the time's up.
Yeah, and the other thing too is don't let the investment necessarily dictate which board you buy. There may be one that's $200 a month less, but it may not result in any traffic for you. So be sure that you're thinking through the whole process when you're looking at your location and the board that's available, making sure that it is a good investment because we want to see a return on that investment through traffic and sales.
Oh, for sure. And if you have any questions, always reach out to us at mdf@pfsbrands.com. We can answer all your questions, any concerns you might have, or if you're even curious about opening your own Champions Chicken location or a Cooper's Express location. That's it for me. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
Good to go.
Yep.
All right, guys. For Josh, Beth, and Tony, we're QSR Nation, and we'll see you next time.
Stop by next week for another QSR Nation episode or visit pfsbrands.com.